If you're tired of sad, soggy salads or overpriced takeout for lunch, you know the struggle of finding vegan meals that actually hold up in a lunchbox. But these easy vegan lunches prove that plant-based eating can be just as satisfying, portable, and delicious as anything else. One smart swap in this collection, like using roasted chickpeas for crunch instead of croutons, keeps everything fresh and flavorful without getting mushy. Stick around, because I'm sharing 18 ideas that make packing lunch feel effortless. Whether you're rushing out the door for work or packing for a picky kid's school day, these recipes are designed to fit real, busy lives. Think creamy pasta salads, crispy wraps, and cozy grain bowls that taste just as good at room temperature. You might be surprised how many of these come together in under 15 minutes with ingredients you already have. Let's dive into this lineup of easy vegan lunches that will actually make you look forward to lunchtime. Let's kick things off with a lunch that feels like a classic comfort food but is totally plant-based. This chickpea salad sandwich is perfect for work or school because it's quick to prep and holds up beautifully in a lunchbox. You just mash up a can of chickpeas with a fork until they're flaky, then mix in some vegan mayo, a squeeze of lemon, and a little mustard. Toss in some finely chopped celery and red onion for crunch, and season with salt, pepper, and a pinch of dill. Pile it onto your favorite bread with some lettuce and tomato, and you've got a hearty, satisfying sandwich in minutes. For a nut-free version, skip any added nuts and use sunflower seed mayo instead. It's creamy, tangy, and so filling that you will not miss the eggs at all. Now, if you're more in the mood for something warm and bowl style, the next idea is just as easy to pack. Next up is a colorful Buddha bowl that makes meal prep a breeze and looks gorgeous when you open your lunch container. This dish works great for busy days because you can roast a big batch of veggies ahead of time and assemble bowls all week. Start with a base of cooked quinoa or brown rice, then top it with roasted sweet potatoes, broccoli, and bell peppers. Add some canned chickpeas or black beans for protein and drizzle everything with a simple tahini lemon dressing. You can throw in a handful of fresh spinach or arugula for extra greens without any extra effort. If you're avoiding gluten, just make sure your grains are certified gluten-free and skip any soy-based toppings. Every bite is a mix of textures and flavors that feels both nourishing and indulgent. For something a little soupier that travels just as well, let's move on to a cozy thermos-friendly option. This lentil soup is the kind of lunch that warms you up from the inside out, especially on chilly days at school or work. It's ideal for packing in a thermos because it stays hot for hours and doesn't get soggy or messy. You simply saute some onions, carrots, and garlic in a pot, then add red lentils, vegetable broth, and a can of diced tomatoes. Let it simmer until the lentils are tender, then stir in a splash of lemon juice and a handful of fresh parsley. Season it with cumin, coriander, and a pinch of smoked paprika for a deep, comforting flavor. For a lower sodium version, use no salt added broth and rinse your canned tomatoes well. It's thick, hearty, and so satisfying that you'll look forward to lunch all morning. If you prefer something handheld and fun, the next dish is perfect for a bento-style lunch. This list of vegan lunches is packed with options, but I'd love to hear from you. Which one would you try first for your work or school week? Maybe the quinoa salad bowls or the chickpea wraps caught your eye? Drop your answer in the comments below. While you're there, hit that like button if these ideas are helpful. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss our next roundup. We've got more easy, allergy-friendly recipes coming soon. Keep watching to see the rest of the lineup. These vegan sushi rolls are surprisingly simple to make and feel like a special treat in your lunch bag. They work great for work or school because they're portable, mess-free, and don't need reheating. You just lay a sheet of nori on a bamboo mat, spread a thin layer of seasoned sushi rice, and add strips of avocado, cucumber, and carrot. Roll it up tightly using the mat, then slice into bite-sized pieces with a sharp knife. Pack them with a small container of soy sauce or tamari for dipping, and maybe some pickled ginger on the side. To keep them nut-free, skip any sesame seeds or nut-based sauces and just use plain tamari. They're fresh, light, and incredibly satisfying without feeling heavy. For a heartier option that's still easy to eat on the go, let's look at a stuffed sweet potato idea next. Stuffed sweet potatoes are a total game changer for vegan lunches because they're filling, flavorful, and super simple to prep. This dish is perfect for meal prep since you can bake several sweet potatoes at once and stuff them with different toppings. Just bake a sweet potato until it's soft, then split it open and fluff the inside with a fork. Top it with seasoned black beans, a scoop of salsa, and a dollop of vegan sour cream or guacamole. Sprinkle on some chopped cilantro and a squeeze of lime for a fresh finish that brightens everything up. If you're avoiding nightshades, swap the salsa for a simple corn and avocado relish instead. Each bite is creamy, savory, and just a little sweet, making it a lunch you'll actually crave. For something cold and refreshing that's ready in no time, the next dish is a pasta salad you can make ahead. This pesto pasta salad is a crowd pleaser that comes together in under 20 minutes and tastes even better the next day. It's a fantastic choice for work or school because you can make a big batch on Sunday and grab portions all week. Cook your favorite short pasta, then toss it with a generous amount of vegan pesto, halved cherry tomatoes, and fresh basil. Add some canned white beans or chickpeas for extra protein and a handful of baby spinach that wilts slightly into the warm pasta. A splash of balsamic vinegar and a pinch of red pepper flakes give it a little kick and depth. For a nut-free pesto, use sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds instead of pine nuts or walnuts. It's bright herby and so easy to eat cold or at room temperature straight from the container. And speaking of easy, make-ahead lunches, the next dish is a creamy soup that's perfect for sipping on a busy day. Next up, we have quinoa stuffed bell peppers, and these are just as fun to make as they are to eat. They hold up beautifully in a lunchbox, whether you eat them cold or at room temperature. You simply cook some quinoa, then mix it with black beans, corn, diced tomatoes, and a little cumin and chili powder. Cut the tops off some bell peppers, scoop out the seeds, and stuff them with that quinoa mixture. You can bake them for about 20 minutes if you want them warm, or just pack them raw for a crunchy, fresh bite. If you want to add a little creaminess, stir in some diced avocado or a spoonful of dairy-free sour cream right before serving. These little peppers feel like a full meal, and the colors make your lunch look so inviting. Now let's move on to something that wraps up beautifully and travels even better. A Mediterranean hummus wrap is one of those lunches that feels fancy, but takes almost no effort at all. It's perfect for work or school because you can prep it the night before and grab it on your way out. Start with a large tortilla or flatbread and spread a generous layer of hummus all over the center. Then pile on sliced cucumber, cherry tomatoes, red onion, Kalamata olives, and a handful of fresh spinach. You can add some roasted red peppers or artichoke hearts for extra flavor and texture. For a protein boost, toss in some crumbled tofu feta or a handful of chickpeas. Roll it up tightly, slice it in half, and you have a colorful, satisfying wrap that stays fresh for hours. Next, let's toss together a noodle dish that's both refreshing and packed with flavor. If you're loving these vegan lunch ideas, you'll find even more support at www.healthybitestribe.com. Our site has an AI recipe generator that can tweak any dish to fit your dietary needs. You can also use the meal planner to build a whole week of lunches from this collection. Save your favorite recipes and share them with friends or coworkers. The community features let you ask questions and get tips from others who cook with restrictions. It's a practical tool for anyone who wants healthier, simpler meals. Head over anytime to explore and start planning. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube for more recipe roundups like this one. Thai peanut noodle salad is a total game changer for packed lunches, and it tastes even better the next day. The noodles soak up the sauce overnight, so every bite is bursting with savory, nutty goodness. Cook some rice noodles according to the package, then rinse them under cold water to stop the cooking. Whisk together a simple dressing with peanut butter, soy sauce, lime juice, a little maple syrup, and a splash of rice vinegar. Toss the noodles with shredded carrots, thinly sliced red cabbage, and chopped scallions. You can add edamame or baked tofu for extra protein, and a sprinkle of crushed peanuts on top for crunch. This salad is so satisfying and keeps you full without feeling heavy. Now let's switch gears to a handheld option that's perfect for a quick, messy-free lunch. Black bean and corn tacos are a fun, portable lunch that feels like a little fiesta in your lunchbox. They're easy to assemble in the morning and stay fresh until you're ready to eat. Warm up some canned black beans with a little cumin, smoked paprika, and a squeeze of lime. Then spoon the beans into small corn tortillas and top with fresh or frozen corn, diced avocado, and a sprinkle of cilantro. You can pack the toppings separately and assemble at lunchtime to keep everything crisp. For a creamy finish, add a dollop of dairy-free yogurt or a drizzle of cashew crema. These tacos are bright, zesty, and so simple that you'll want to make them every week. Next, let's warm things up with a cozy soup that's perfect for sipping from a thermos. Miso soup with tofu and noodles is a comforting, warming lunch that comes together in just a few minutes. It's ideal for cold days when you want something soothing that still feels light and healthy. Simply bring some water or vegetable broth to a boil, then add a handful of ramen or soba noodles and let them cook until tender. Reduce the heat, stir in a few tablespoons of white miso paste until it dissolves, and add cubed silken tofu. Toss in some chopped green onions, a handful of spinach, and a splash of soy sauce for extra depth. You can also add sliced mushrooms or seaweed for more umami flavor. Pour it into a thermos, and you'll have a steaming bowl of comfort ready whenever you are. Now let's finish this section with a stuffed pita that's packed with protein and greens. Curried lentil and spinach stuffed pitas are a hearty, flavorful lunch that feels like a warm hug. They're great for meal prep because the lentil filling keeps well in the fridge for days. Cook some red lentils with vegetable broth, curry powder, and a pinch of turmeric until they're soft and thick. Stir in a big handful of fresh spinach until it wilts, then let the mixture cool slightly. Spoon the curried lentils into warm pita pockets and add a few slices of cucumber or a drizzle of tahini sauce. If you want a little crunch, toss in some toasted almonds or pumpkin seeds. The combination of creamy lentils and fresh greens makes every bite satisfying and nourishing. And with that, we're ready to move on to a few more ideas that will keep your lunch routine exciting and delicious. Next up is a vegan burrito bowl that's basically a fiesta in a container. It's perfect for work or school because you can prep everything ahead and just grab it in the morning. Start with a base of cilantro lime rice or quinoa, then pile on black beans, corn, diced tomatoes, and sliced avocado. Add a big scoop of salsa and a drizzle of dairy-free sour cream or a simple lime dressing. You can even throw in some crunchy lettuce or crushed tortilla chips for texture. If you want to cut down on prep, use canned beans and frozen corn. Just rinse and heat them up. Every bite is fresh, filling, and full of flavor, making lunch something to look forward to. And once you've got that down, let's move on to another cold noodle option that's just as easy. Cooking for yourself with dietary needs can feel lonely, but you're not alone. This whole collection of vegan lunches is here to make your routine easier, and our community at www.healthybitestribe.com is full of people who get it. You can share your own lunch creations, ask for swaps, and cheer each other on. It's a warm space where everyone is welcome no matter your restrictions. If you want that extra encouragement, come join us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button so we can keep sharing ideas together. Thanks for being part of this tribe. Cold soba noodle salad with edamame is a refreshing change from the usual lunch routine. It works great for packed lunches because it tastes even better after sitting in the fridge for a few hours. Cook some buckwheat soba noodles, rinse them under cold water, and toss with shelled edamame, shredded carrots, and sliced cucumber. Whisk together a simple dressing with soy sauce, rice vinegar, a little sesame oil, and a pinch of sugar. Pour that over the noodles and give everything a good mix. For a nut-free version, skip the sesame oil and use a tahini-based dressing instead. The combination of chewy noodles, crunchy veggies, and savory dressing is incredibly satisfying. Now let's switch gears to something that's both fun to eat and super portable. Stuffed avocado with quinoa and corn is one of those lunches that feels fancy but takes almost no effort. It's ideal for school or work because you can prep the filling ahead and assemble it right before eating. Off an avocado, remove the pit and scoop out a little flesh to make room for the filling. Mix cooked quinoa with corn, diced red onion, cherry tomatoes, and a squeeze of lime juice. Spoon that mixture into the avocado halves and top with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. If you want extra protein, add some canned chickpeas or black beans to the quinoa mix. The creamy avocado paired with the tangy, crunchy filling is a total win. Next, let's look at a wrap that's a little different from the usual hummus version. A vegan Caesar salad wrap is a quick and tasty lunch that never gets boring. It's perfect for busy days because you can roll it up in minutes and take it anywhere. Start with a large tortilla and spread a layer of vegan Caesar dressing right in the center. Add a handful of chopped romaine lettuce, some vegan parmesan or nutritional yeast, and a few crunchy croutons. For extra protein, toss in some roasted chickpeas or sliced tempeh bacon. If you're gluten-free, use a large lettuce leaf or a gluten-free tortilla instead. Every bite is crisp, creamy, and packed with that classic Caesar flavor. Now let's move on to a warm, comforting dish that's great for cooler days. A lentil and vegetable stir-fry with rice is a hearty lunch that comes together in one pan. It's excellent for meal prep because you can make a big batch and portion it out for the week. Saute some onions, bell peppers, and broccoli in a little oil, then add cooked lentils and a splash of soy sauce or tamari. Toss in some garlic and ginger for extra flavor, and let everything cook for a few minutes. Serve it over a bed of steamed rice or quinoa for a complete meal. To make it oil-free, just use vegetable broth or water for sautéing instead. The combination of tender lentils and crisp veggies in a savory sauce is pure comfort. And for our final lunch idea, let's go with something warm, saucy, and incredibly easy. Last but not least, a chickpea and spinach curry with rice is the perfect way to wrap up this lunch lineup. It's ideal for work or school because it reheats beautifully and tastes even better the next day. Got some onion and garlic, then add canned tomatoes, coconut milk, and a spoonful of curry powder. Let it simmer for a few minutes, then stir in canned chickpeas and a big handful of fresh spinach until wilted. Serve it over cooked basmati rice or with naan on the side. For a lower fat version, use light coconut milk or swap in some tomato sauce instead. The rich, aromatic sauce with tender chickpeas and wilted spinach is pure comfort in a bowl. And that's it, 6 more easy vegan lunches to keep your work or school days delicious and stress-free. And that wraps up our roundup of 18 easy vegan lunches for work and school. I hope you found plenty of ideas that fit your schedule and taste. You can pick and choose the ones that work best for your lunchbox or meal prep. If you enjoyed this collection, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Healthy Bites Tribe. For even more support, come visit us at www.healthybitestribe.com. There you'll find our AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and a place to save and share your favorite dishes. You can also join our community chat to swap tips and encouragement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more simple, plant-based ideas.